places who cut themselves so that blood will flow to please God. Now listen carefully to what Jesus said. He said, "For the hour cometh and now is, when the true worshippers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth. For the Father seeketh such to worship him." Now true worshippers, those that are accepted before God, do so in spirit and in truth. In the following verse, he said, For God is a spirit. That is, we also must become like him to worship in a form that is acceptable to him. And that is why in John chapter 3 verse 5, he said, "Except a man be born of the spirit and of the water, he cannot enter the kingdom of God." To cut the long story short, it means you have to be born again of the Spirit of God. If someone is not born again, the length of years spent in the church does not count. In fact, to worship God in spirit has removed all barriers, because spirits have no limitations or barriers. So that time spent in church within the four walls of your parish does not matter unless you have a spirit inside of you. Spirits are without barrier, and God is spirit. So we worship him everywhere, in our heart, wherever we are. We are a moving temple. In fact, the Bible says, "Know ye not that you are the temple of God, and that the Spirit of God dwells inside of you?" They worship him in spirit and in truth. In truth means knowing who God is, because Jesus himself said, "I'm the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me." Now, if we don't know who he is, then we have not found the way. If he does not reveal himself to us, we don't know the truth. And if we don't have those two, we do not have the life. And if we don't have the life, we are not part of him. I want to ask you, are you a true worshiper? Forget about the number of years you spent in the church. Have you met Jesus Christ? Has he shown you the way? Or is just what somebody preached to you? It is good that somebody preaches to you. What they do is to introduce you to Jesus. Jesus said, "My sheep hear my voice and they follow me." If you are going to worship him, you've got to know his will. And to know his will, you've got to hear him. You've got to seek him yourself. Thank God somebody has preached Christ to you. What about you seeking him yourself so that you can know him? Paul, that revered apostle, said, "That I may know him." It is a continuous thing. If we are true worshippers, because we are always seeking him, to know him better and better. We don't rely on what anybody has said or what anybody is saying, but we continue to seek him. Be a true worshiper, and God bless you.